Welcome into Teal, the show. Jaguars got a win. I'd ask everybody at home how they feel, but you probably felt tired after watching that game. Hopefully you feel a little rejuvenated. Kyle, look, I know that one was stressful. It was left, right, but you get a dub, right?
I know, and I was thinking about it. If it wasn't as stressful, you know, the win wouldn't feel as good. So it was a good kind of, I mean, we lose it sometimes watching these away games, but to get that victory and to have a sweet victory Monday, there's not much better you could ask for.
Hey, football's fun, man. That was a fun game. It was probably stressful for a lot of folks, but it was a fun game, back and forth. Probably a game that 9 times out of 10 the Jaguars don't win, but they still pulled it out. You turn the ball over 4 times. Not great. Not ever a recipe for success, but a win is a win is a win, and the Jaguars are 7-4.
Hey, they are 7-4. Last week, the word was respond. How are they going to respond? This week, I think the word is resilience, you know, and we talked to Coach Liam Cohen today and kind of asked him about the resilience of this team, and he thinks that they're starting to believe in themselves, and that's helping them kind of power through these one-score games.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not easy to win in this league on the road against a team that is fighting their tails off to get on a winning, get back to winning. And, we knew that they were going to come out and give us a tough physical game, and it was going to be 4 quarters or more. We understood that even after early success offensively. It wasn't as if, we're just going to steamroll these guys. I mean, there's a lot of good things to learn from, a ton that we can continue to clean up, but the resiliency, the support, the belief in the overtime from the guys was extremely strong, and I'm proud of the way that we were able to finish the game.
They finished the game. They finished the game and got a win. Look, I know people are maybe upset with the way they got the win, with maybe the performance of Trevor Lawrence. But at the end of the day, you won the football game. Sometimes wins are messy. It's not always going to be the Chargers game pretty with a nice bow on it. Sometimes it's dragged through the mud, and that is okay.
Gritty, not pretty.
Gritty, not pretty is a thing. I mean, if teams want to model themselves after these teams that have consistently won games, right? One of those teams, Pittsburgh Steelers. One of those teams, Baltimore Ravens, right? They've sustained winning. They're regulars in the postseason. I mean, is that fair to say, Kyle?
Yeah, that's fair. Consistent,
okay.
Consistent.
Both of those teams have perfected winning ugly games. I mean, they'll go out there, turn it over 4 times, but somehow, some way, you make the last play and get the win. And that's just what they do. Year in, year out, you play ugly football, and it's beautiful, as long as you get the win. And the Jaguars got the win. So, look, Liam Cohen said he's not going to apologize for winning football games, and he shouldn't. At the end of the day, you won the game. I think you got to enjoy the ride on this thing. Jaguars are 7-4. You can sit here and we can nitpick, but at the end of the day, the ride's going to go on. And right now, everybody should have a smile on their face because the team is 7-4. Dennis Gardeck, it was his return to Arizona. He said that his mom's birthday was also on Sunday. Happy late birthday to Dennis Gardeck's mom. She told him that all she wanted for her birthday was a win. And, obviously he had to get mom what she wanted for her birthday, right?
Hey, that's 2 birthday wins that we've gotten, and also 2 overtime games that the Jags come away with wins. So, like you said, they're trying to build that. I think to get to that point, you have to find a way to learn to win these close ones before you can just start consistently churning them out. So,
look,
I agree.
We were talking about it at the end of the Cincinnati game early in the season. Oh, this team can't finish. And now they're finishing football games. I'm not going to sit here and wave the red flag, but because they're literally doing what we said they needed to do.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe because I guess it doesn't look like we designed it on the piece of paper, but I mean, how many football games really do?
You said a win is a win, but we do have some grades to give out like normal. This is, I think we'll have some pretty good grades here, but let's start off with probably the one everyone's talking about. Let's start out with the quarterback, Trevor.
Now, why are you going to put me on the spot with that one? Okay. I think Trevor's a C student. I think he's a C student. Look, there's the duality of Trevor Lawrence. He's going to go and make the throw to Parker Washington. Threads the needle right where it's got to be. The throw to Jacoby Myers. Beautiful read, stands in the pocket, and delivers a ball that looks like the guy. And then there's 4 turnovers. And a couple of those where I'm just like, okay, that's a beautiful play from Budda Baker. But then the other interception where you're like, what were you doing, dude? It's the duality. It's going to be this with him a lot, where it's like, oh, man, that guy can sling it. And then the other side is, oh, man, what's that guy doing? Can you live with the what's he doing? And that's why he's a C student right now. Right now, they're living with it and winning. Can at some point he maybe raise that GPA up a little bit? That sure would be nice. That sure would be nice. Then the games wouldn't be maybe as close. You wouldn't have to gut it out as much.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'd give him a C+ just because of how he bounced back from some of those bad throws. But I also think this was just kind of normally Trevor's good for maybe about one of those. To have 4 was a little out of the ordinary. But
look, I'll write him off. I mean, really, it was one bad interception. The fumble early in the game was a missed protection. The interception in the end zone was a tipped pass. The one that he threw to Budda Baker, I mean, that was
just a great
beautiful play from a DB. Baits him into it. The guys on the other side get paid too. That was a great play by Budda Baker. The one other interception where it was the one where you go, what are you doing? What are you doing? So, I know people are asking the question, there's a Trevor Lawrence problem. I don't think there's a Trevor Lawrence problem. I don't think there's a Trevor Lawrence problem. Like, is he – I think you have to accept people for who they are. And at this point, Trevor is a guy who's going to make a couple of mistakes over the course of a football game. Nobody's perfect. But he plays his best football when the team's their backs against the wall, when adversity hits. He helps them come out swinging. Now, on Sunday, was he part of the reason their back was against the wall? Sure. But he's also part of the reason that they got out off of the wall and went and got the win. I think you just got to accept the guy for who he is.
Yeah, he's going to dig you a hole, but then he's going to use that same shovel to fill the hole back up.
That's it. That's it. I mean, look, there are much worse quarterback situations around the league.
All right, let's stay with offense. Brenton Strange was back. I thought he played pretty well. What'd you see from
look,
there?
I mean, getting Brenton Strange back was huge. Out there catching passes. He makes a catch in crunch time, gets up the sideline. He's a big help in the run game out there making blocks. It's good to see Brenton Strange back out there on the field. I don't think anybody, and coaching staff included, realized just how important Brenton Strange was going to be to this offense. So good for him. He didn't waste any time. Immediately opening drive catches. I think it was the first pass play of the game.
Yeah.
So good to have Brenton Strange back involved. Quarterback's best friend is always a tight end.
All right, let's go defense. Yeah, we did Foye Oluokun. I think
1,000 tackles for that guy. Shout out to Foye Oluokun. Only 59 other guys since tackles have been tracked as a stat have gotten 1,000 tackles in their career. This is a milestone in his career. I mean, shout out to that guy. All he does is go out there and make tackles, does the dirty work on that defense. Shout out to Foye. 1,000 tackles is definitely something to hang a hat on. So if we're grading him, I mean, give him an A. You make 1,000 tackle milestone mark. What do you want me to give him?
All right, hey, that's a fair enough grade. I'll take that. Hey, anytime I got an A, I was happy.
Hey, look, there's a lot of guys that have gotten tackles in this league that you say, man, that guy would have racked up a lot of tackles. And when I tell you that Foye Oluokun is one of like 59 guys in league history to get 1,000 tackles in their career, you go, oh, wow. Been a lot of tackles in league history, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's on a short list. He gets an A.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. All right, well, we do have a little bit of time left coming back. We are going to look at this AFC South race we have going on just to see how maybe it could turn out.
Yeah, I think it's definitely felt a little bit throughout being here in my short time in Jacksonville. The division means something, right? The divisional games, you can feel that there's just a different level.
That's Liam Cohen talking about the showdown with the Titans set for this week. Oh,
the division means something.
I would love to be a fly on the wall when Tony Baselli first started talking to Liam about the hate for the Titans.
There's a lot of it.
All right, so the Jaguars are sitting at 7-4, right? And I know a lot of people are just thinking wild card, wild card, wild card. But here's the thing. At 7-4, the division should be the goal. I don't think there's any way around it. So it is a 3-team race for the division, though. So 8-3 for the Colts, 7-4 for the Jags. The Texans are right behind them, 6-5. The Jaguars have the easiest road the rest of the way because you got the Titans, 1 win. The Jets struggling. You got 2 dates with the Colts, which is why you completely control your own destiny. The Broncos are the 2 seed, and the Titans again. So really, the The pendulum swing is if you win the division and run the table, you're in the conversation for maybe being the 2 seed or the 1 seed. Because all you need is the Broncos to stumble one other time, you own the tiebreaker. And then what happens with the Patriots? Colts, on the other hand, got to go through San Francisco, who's figured it out, the Seahawks, who are rolling, the Texans twice. That's tough. And the Texans have the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Colts twice. I don't know. I think this stacks up for us, Kyle. I mean, and when I look at the records, I think the question that's been going around, and I'll ask you real quick, who do you want to win between the Colts and the Texans on Sunday?
And I think either one is fine. They probably. I just don't see the Colts beating the Texans twice, so I could probably just see them splitting those.
Okay.
It'll really come down to if Jacksonville can't lose more than 2 of the games they have left.
You can't. Look, I think the question that's being asked has an easy answer for that one. You want the Texans to win because your sight should be set on winning the division. If now you take care of business against the Titans and the Texans, who will still be on your heels, beat the Colts, you're tied with the Colts. And that also helps you with the AFC South divisional record since you dropped the game to the Texans. So now you also would own a tiebreaker if you start and finish with a 1-1 record against the Colts.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
That's all nice, but you got to take care of business.
You do. There's no way around. You got to win your games. But if you're looking around at the division, you want the Texans to win. Go take care of business, and none of it matters. But they control their own destiny, and this isn't a wild card destiny you're talking about. This is you play 2 of the teams that are going to have the top 5 draft picks, because the Jets and Titans are going to be up there. You play the Broncos, who are pretty good. That's going to be a tough game. You play the Colts twice. Colts haven't won in Jacksonville in a long time, so we'll see if they can keep that streak going. And you play the Titans again. So you got 3 games against teams that are going to be in the top 5, right? And then 3 games that are hard. If you can split with the Colts, give the Broncos a run for the money, because the Broncos really haven't been running past people. They're just playing good football. I don't know. Might look up. Might be the 2 seed.
It'll be an exciting finish to the season. I can almost guarantee that.
And that's all people have been asking for. All I've heard for years here in Jacksonville, we just want to be playing meaningful football games in November and not looking at the draft. 7-4, and you're playing meaningful football games, and we're talking about the possibility of being a 2 seed. Take the dub. Enjoy Victory Monday, folks. It was gritty, not pretty, but the Jaguars got it. Hey, we appreciate you spending some of your time here on a Monday, Victory Monday style night with us on Teal, the show. We'll be back here Friday night. We'll talk a little bit more about the Jaguars' big game against the Tennessee Titans that's coming up at Black Friday, but we definitely won't be discounting you any Jaguars coverage, so we'll be right back, folks, and hopefully you'll come hang out with us. Good night, everybody, and go Jags.